some sort of ailment or injury. So be mindful of what you have. And if I say go up over your head and you go, no, I've got a bad shoulder, don't go up over your head. If I say squat really low and you've got bad knees and you can't squat really low like I'm doing right now, just go to your level. Okay, without further ado, let me turn down the music just a little bit. All right, we're going to do a little warm up first, just in case you're not quite warmed up. All right, so we're going to start with some high knees. So you're just picking up knee like you're marching in the band. How you guys doing? Get back there, good. And so just because this is a gentle or beginner doesn't mean that I don't make it hard as well. So that way, in case you are looking for a little bit more amped up, I'll give you those options as well. Adding a twist, so slowing it down, twisting from side to side as you lift up the leg. That's okay. In this class, we also work a lot of balance, because that's where you can also gain the most strength in your foot, knee, and hip, is with the balancing work. You're also getting core work standing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's do some shoulder rolls. And then change the direction, rolling the opposite way. Nice. And then let's go wide with the feet, turn the toes out. We're going to do little second position plies. You're going to bend the knees a little bit. This is also called a horse stance or goddess pose, depending on if you're in a yoga class or fitness class and what the teacher knows it to be. This is also second position grand plie if you are a ballerina. Let's go ahead and take it down here and hold here. So as low as you can tolerate. Your arms are going to come open to a T. You're going to do palms up and palms down and back. Belly is strong, your spine is long, and you're upright as best you can. You can bend the knees a little bit more. See if you can get down there. We're holding those knees nice and strong. Smiling, because this doesn't hurt one bit. Right? This is so much fun. 4, 3, 2, rest your arms, straighten your legs, but squeeze your tush. So when your legs are turned open, that's actually what your butt does. Because your butt, when you squeeze it, actually externally rotates your leg bones. So it's easier to squeeze your glutes when your toes are apart versus if I said squeeze your glutes here. You can still do it, but if you watch my legs, those are in studio can see this. As soon as I squeeze my butt, you'll see my legs start to turn open, right? They're there, but they are rotating out. I can actually feel pressure going to the outside edge of my feet. I'd have to pull in with my feet to keep that resistance. Just an interesting fact, FYI. Turn the toes forward now. We're going to do what's called a good morning, even if it's in the afternoon or late night for you at home. We're doing a good morning. And the reason they called it a good morning is it's really a stretch for the back of the legs. You're going to straighten your legs, tighten up the thighs, pull the belly in, long spine. You're going to hinge at the hips, folding halfway down, only till you feel a stretch in the back of the legs, and then coming back up. So no round spines, forward fold, hinging, taking the butt backwards, stopping when you feel the sensation in the back of the legs, and coming back up. So they say this is a good one to do in the morning because it's lengthening out the legs and strengthening. You're also working through the hips, the core, the back muscles all have to work. One more, folding down and then coming up. Bring the legs together and shake them out. A little shaky, shaky. Let the muscles kind of release. All righty, next up, we're going to do what's called a Y and W with the arms. So if you know the YMCA, you might be familiar with this. Arms are straight, creating a Y shape. Then the W shape is you're bending the elbows, but you're trying to keep the hands away. So I'm not bringing them in here because that doesn't look like a W anymore. This looks like the W. So we're going to go Y and W. Y and W. Y and W. Now, if this has no issue whatsoever in your shoulders, I'm going to invite you to grab your light weights to do the exact same thing. I kind of like the palms up, but you can also turn them forward, but try it with the palms up for this first round. So going up into your Y and into the W, you notice it becomes quite a bit more challenging quicker. If you feel your light weights are not enough, you can always go up. But I usually feel a 3-pound weight, if you're doing it correctly, is just about enough. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Relax the arms down. Whew. Taking the palms down, we're going to now make a T for Tom. So arms are going to come out to the side, almost straight level with your shoulders, and then lower back down. I tell you, the alphabet comes in handy here. T for Tom, and lower back down. T for Tom, and lower back down. Always like slow and control if you can handle it. Feel like you get more mind focus on what's happening in the body. Plus the slower, the longer the muscles have to, engage and work. If I went up and down really fast, well, my muscles don't work as quite as long. You guys are working your muscles much longer than I am. If I go up and down, I'm done before you are. That's, that's maybe okay, but that's not the intention. The intention is to do fewer reps with the most amount of intensity. All right, let's move this into a bicep curl. Let's just do a couple really quick with these light weights. I know it's really light, but just see how that feels. Get that warmed up. And then let's change it out. Go ahead and switch out these light weights. Get the heaviest weights you got. And if you don't have them, go get them. You can, no heavier? You're good? Jennifer, you like the 5s? You don't want, there's some 7s. There's some 6s, you sure? Come on, girl. You can do it. The green ones are 7 on the right. Those are bright green 7s. You can do it. This is just my arms are about done. I did arms and core and yoga fit with weights, and I'm not done. All right. So soft knees. Your stomach is strong. Your palms are going to go up. Now your elbows are going to stay tucked in and pointing straight down towards the floor when you pull up. If you're lifting heavy weights, you might want to use your breathing. The breathing would be an exhale when you're doing the work. If it's light weights, like I got 3-pound weights, I can do this, talk, I could hold my breath. It really wouldn't matter because I don't need my breath to help me. But the heavier the weights, the more you use your breath. Breathing out makes the work so much easier. It's amazing how correct breath work makes the difference. If you got a couple more in it, take a couple more. If you got 3 more in it, take 3 more. If you got none left, let your arms drop and hang. You guys are beasts today, I tell you. They could go all day in the studio. All right, we're going to do a squat to overhead press. Now, if you have really light weights, you can hang on to both, but I'm going to ask those that have a heavy weight, put one down. And you're going to squat as low as you can, putting the weight between your feet. Then you're going to come all the way up and try to press straight up over the head. Now, if you got bum shoulder, maybe you just stand up and do a bicep curl, or maybe you press with the elbow bent like this, okay? So see what you can do. We're going to do 5 on each side. So bend those knees, lower as low as you can go, strong all the way up for 1. This is where breathing really is going to make a difference. Exhale, 2. Breathing, 3. You got 2 more. 4, last one, and 5. Change sides. We go down, press it, exhale, 1. Go down, press it, 2. Go down, yes, 3. Go down, 4, and 5. Go ahead and put that one down. Change out for your 2 light weights. So doing those deep squats sometimes can also create heavier breathing, and the cardio, the heart will beat a little faster, and that's good. So you're getting your cardio without running or jumping or anything. Next up, we're going to do what's called a bent over fly. So your feet are going to be about hip width distance apart, and your knees are going to bend. Now, I'm really trying to hinge at the hip, flat back, parallel to the floor, or at least a 45-degree angle. Then arms are going to be slightly bent with the elbows out, and I'm going to bring the arms out to the side and lower back down. Now you want your belly strong, even a little pull in would be fine. We're going to breathe when we lift the arms. So inhale, and then exhale, open the arms. Inhale, exhale, open the arms. Inhale, exhale, feeling the shoulder blades do the work. Exhale, 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 exhale. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, and last one. Nice job, stand up. So you could have very well felt that in your back, in your core, upper back, back of the arms, the whole business, maybe even in your legs. Just depends on how weak your legs are. The next thing we're gonna do is what I call the platter. The platter. So if you imagine you're a waiter and you're going to hold the platter in your hands, right? Your palms are up like this. What's my platter? And I'm going to offer you my goodies. What goodies are you offering me today, my dear? Bring them back in. What's on the platter? What's on the agenda? I usually say cookies, but I'm trying to be healthy. So what could it be? Which is it? Vegetables and dip. Who's got another idea? Fruit. Who else? Which one? Protein shakes. That means you better be steady because these are shakes, not right. Steady. They're liquid. Or, I don't know if you guys like, glasses of wine. Yeah, you could be offering the glass of wine. The martinis. Oh man, you got to be steady there. Those martini glasses are tricky. Woo, anybody feeling that? Your biceps yet? And the shoulders? Nice job. And rest. Woo, take a breather. Alrighty, sticking with your light weights, we're going to do an over the head tricep press just for 1 to see how it feels. So you're going to push your weights together. Arms are going to go straight up. You're going to bend the elbows, stretching through there, and then straighten the arms. Now, if you're like, you know what, Stephanie, I could definitely do more than what I've got here. Go ahead and switch it out. You can pick up 1 of your heavy weights. You can do 2 medium weights. You can do 2 heavy weights. All right, here we go. Weights touch together, up over the head, bending the elbows, straighten the arms completely, squeeze at the top. That's where you want to hold it. Yes, holding there, squeezing. Yes, now this is where your breath work is as well. 3, exhale, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to hold them up on 8. We're going to open up the arms, bend to a cactus, press up over the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job, relax. So in the gentle and beginners class, I tend to do a lot less reps as well. You've noticed sometimes they go to 10 or 12 or 15 in other classes. And this, I try to keep it 6, 8, 10 max. All right, we're going to switch these out. We're going to grab your slider. I'm going to move my mat just because I'm on video camera here and I got to stay within a certain 2-mile radius here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to stand on whichever foot you feel strong on, and the other foot, you're going to put the ball of the foot on the slider, and we're going to slide it around like this. Legs are straight, and you're sliding the leg around. So if you need to move your mat a little bit like I did, fold it over so you got plenty of room, make sure you're not hitting anybody. You're trying to slide it all the way to back and all the way forward. If you need to hold on to something, you've got bars here at the front, you got the side wall ledge. If you're at home, you can hold on to it, the back of the chair or counter. And then change legs. If you counted, good for you, just do the same number on the other side. Otherwise, you're just going to change legs until I say change legs. And change legs. You can keep your standing leg straight. That will make your hip have to do more work. So the real work is actually the standing leg, not the swinging around leg. The swinging around leg is working, yes, of course, but it's not taking all the force. Let's switch to the other side. Once again, this can go as slow or as quick as you like. Those that are ballerinas at home, this is a rond de jambe. And rest. All right, we're going to go back to the light weights. That was warming up your hips for more standing on one foot. So now you're going to get your light weight. And we're going to hold our platters out to the side, palms up, and we're just reach the arms open a little bit. It also feels like if I was a tightrope walker, right? I had the little stick to help me balance. So that's basically what these are for. Elbows are away. You're going to lift one leg, hold it here. As high as you can lift it, the better, without tilting to one side. You want your shoulders parallel. Remember, you got your trays, your wine. No tipping the wine over. You'll have to keep it steady. And release. Take a break. Other side. All right. Strong leg, lifting it up high, holding your tray. Try not to lean back, standing up tall. I know it probably looks like I'm leaning back on the TV camera, but I am up straight. And release. Let's go one more time. Arms out, lifting the leg, standing up tall. And release. The other side. Lifting. And rest. Nice job. That is hard. So you know what was nice is that you were actually working your biceps on constant strength, right? So versus doing a bunch of curls, this probably I think is more effective than anything. All right, we're going to go up onto the balls of the feet, doing what's called a calf raise or heel raise. When you do this, you want to try to make sure you're rolling towards the middle part of the foot or even towards the ball of the foot versus rolling out to the pinky side, okay? Trying to keep those heels stacked right underneath you. Try not to let your feet roll out. Now, if you want to go a little heavier with your weights, go ahead and change out and get a heavier weight. And to intensify it, you can bring them here. And we go again. Nice. And take a breather. All righty. So next up, to shake out the legs, we're going to come back to doing that calf raise on one foot in just a little bit, but we're going to do a little bit more squat. So your weights options is up to you, but I'm going to say probably put down one of your heavy weights if you got a heavy weight, or even a lightweight. Put one down. I think it will be better. You can keep holding on to a weight. You're going to step out to the side, going into a deep squat, and then coming back to center. The idea here is the control coming back in. So you step out, land, and then you come back and try to control before you take your time bringing the feet together, right? Oh, so yes, it's fine to go out and in very quickly. That's easier. But you go out and in, slow control before the foot comes down, mucho, mucho harder. Yes, and fighting it is good. I don't mind a big tilt, fighting it, fighting it, fighting it, fighting it, fighting it. That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Is I'm actually trying to take you a little bit off your balance so your body learns the balance and it strengthens. She just strengthened all kinds of things. Her hip, her side obliques, she's got all kinds of strength going here by fighting the balance, okay? So if you feel like this is too much, put it down, but otherwise, let's go. 5 of these, really slow. Remember, we're trying to create that balance. And your body learns. First one, you might have been a hot mess, wobbling all over the place. By the time you got to 5, you're like, hey, I can keep going because now I got this. All right, let's try the other side. So now you're going to step out, other way. And you'll notice one side might be better than the other, or maybe you're even Stevens. And if you're really steady, you don't even put the foot down. So I'm really steady on this side. I can let it come in, not even putting my foot down and going right back out. So the stronger, the more balanced you become, the more crafty you can get with your workout. Nice job. Excellent. Nice job. Get your blocks. We're going to come onto the mat into some lunges here. So I'm going to recommend blocks, but you don't have to use them. What we're going to do is we're going to put the blocks next to our feet. Knees are going to be bent, and you're going to step a foot back into a lunge, and then step forward and step back to a lunge. Now you can do this off your mat if you have one of those really squishy mats, because it might be too hard to do. So stepping onto the wood floor works as well, and stepping back to a lunge, stepping forward, stepping back to a lunge, stepping forward. Okay. Building strength in those legs, knees, hips, core. Your belly is in. This is also cardio work. Yep, you're doing it. I just try to move your things out of the way so you don't trip over. More your knees are bent when you pull them up underneath you, the harder it is. So Jennifer, see if you can bend your knees when you've got your knees right there. When you bring your feet together, bend your knees, bend your knees. There you go. Now go and stay bent. Try to land soft. Control the landing, even softer. Pretend you've got a neighbor downstairs that does not want to hear your foot land on that wood floor. So yes, watch, see. Oh. Yes, quieter. Change legs in between and make the landing as soft and quiet as possible. Darn neighbors. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stand up. If you're not sweating yet and feeling something, I haven't done my job. Nice job, guys. All right, we're going to get your ball. We're going to come onto the floor, onto our backs. You're going to put the ball between your knees I'm gonna lie down. Oh, gonna take a moment to let that all settle. We're just gonna squeeze the ball nice and gently. Okay, so squeezing and releasing, feet are down. This should be easy compared to the last thing we did. But what's neat about this is if you got sacroiliac issues, your sacrum joint, kind of, if it gets twisted at all in your pelvis, this can help get it back in. All right, pull your knees in to remove your ball. Just place it next to you. Both legs are gonna go up into the air and point and flex your feet. Bend your knees, place your feet back down onto the floor. All right, so you're gonna pull your right knee into your chest, but do not use your hands. I'm just pulling the knee in, and then I'm gonna lower the heel down to the mat. Now, the straighter the leg, the more challenging it is. I'm gonna pull knee in and lower the heel to the mat. So the straighter the leg, when you tap the heel, the more challenging it is. So you gotta find what works for you. When you pull the knee in, you're gonna exhale. 1. Exhale. 2. Extend, pull in. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one for 8. Now we're going to change legs. Opposite leg, extend, pull in. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Dead bug. Oh, you know what a dead bug looks like. I know you do. You've seen probably a cockroach. He lies on his back. His legs go up in the air. His arms go up in the air. That's what you're going to do. All right. I want you to gently press your lower back towards the floor. Now you have the option to hold here. If this is really tough to do, this is it. But if this is easy to do, you're going to extend your right leg and right arm, extending that leg like we did a minute ago. Right arm comes over your head and pull back in, and then alternate. Left arm, left leg extends and pulls back in. Now this can be done opposite leg, opposite arm, but I sometimes feel that doing the same side, getting started, is easier for people to comprehend than trying to alternate doing the right leg and the left arm and blah, blah, blah. Keep going until you can't take it anymore. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Check in. Does not have to be deep breathing, just breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to put your feet down onto the floor and you're going to go really wide off your mat with your feet. We're going to do what's called a windshield wiper. So you just roll the knees. This is a release, rolling the knees a little bit from side to side, trying to stretch out those hip flexors that we just worked in the front thigh. Nice wide legs, rolling from side to side. Let the feet roll as well. Now, for those that would like more challenge with the dead bugs, this is where you could have grabbed your light weights as well. Okay, so it's just an option as you progress and feel like, oh, you know what? I could add weights to this. Let's see how much harder I can make it. Yay, me. All right, bring your knees into your chest. We're going to make our way up onto our side. So sitting up, rolling over, you're going to put your left forearm down. We're going to do a side plank. Now we're going to stay on the knees as the first step. I like to use this hand down here to help get my hips up first, make sure I feel really strong, then put the hand to the hip, like so. Tuck in my shirt a little bit more. All right, hips high. The muscles that you should be using is right down here on the left side of your body, the one closest to the mat. That's where you want to feel the strength lifting your hips. The shoulder is also strong, okay? The hand can be here, it can be here, it can be whatever. You fix your hair. See what you can do. We're just holding. Isometric holds are really great for building stability and especially the shoulder joint. Shoulders are our weakest joint in the body, so building the strength there. Oh yes, get the booty up. Yeah, just like that is hard. Woo. And lower down. So that's the step one, okay? Step two, the legs go straighter and etc. But let's do the other side first with step one, and then we'll reevaluate how we feel and decide if we want to amp it up. And I've got all kinds of amp ups for you. All right, see what it feels like. That shoulder is underneath the elbow. I like to use both hands to get my hips up. I think it helps. And then bring that hand to your hip or up into the air. Once again, fix your hair. But no matter what it is, the focus is on the right side. You're trying to push it up high. Shoulders strong as well. You're breathing, thinking about how much of a beast you're going to be when you walk out the door. I'm a beast now. Watch out, get out of my way. Tell you, doing fitness does make a difference in just your general life. It makes going to the store easier. It makes picking up a gallon of milk easier. Let's go ahead and go back to the other side. Now, those that are super strong, you can grab one of your weights. It can be heavy because you're just going to put it straight up into the air. So you can still do it on the knees and weight up in the air. But if you'd like to make it harder, you can straighten the legs, stack or stagger the feet would be your next kind of step up. Okay. And if you want more challenge, you'd stack the feet side by side and lift. Weight up in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, you. Once again, either bent knees, staggered feet, stacked feet. So strong lift. Weight goes up. You guys with me? Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, using that front hand does make a difference. It can help get the hip up. So if you're trying to do it even on your knees and you're just trying to lift up from there, it can be hard. But if you use this other hand, you've got a little leverage and you can usually start to get it up and then bring it up. If for whatever reason, it's just that little bit of assistance can make you do it or not. And the arm up, the weight, whatever. Yep. Okay, next up, you're going to get your block and you're going to lay it flat in front of you. Okay. You're going to lean back a little bit and you're going to go wide with your feet. You're going to, this is hip flexor and core work. You want to be tall through your spine. You're going to move your right leg. So the right leg's going to come across the block and then come back here. Okay. 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beginner does not mean easy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. And eventually what we'll end up doing is both feet will go from side to side, right? So you go here, both feet up, and both feet go. touch the heels, and lift. If you want to give it a whirl, give it a whirl. Otherwise, just take a break and sit with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent work. Whew. All right, come to hands and knees. We're gonna do some leg lifts. Now, if you've got bad wrists, you can come down onto the forearms, but I even like on the forearms just for the fact that it forces, if you look at my bum, it actually creates more of a stretch. So there's actually more range of motion when I go to lift a leg than if I was upright. I don't have as much to go. So you got to find what works for you. Coming down onto the forearms or up on the hands, either way works. You're going to extend your right leg behind you, tap the toe down. I want your belly strong. Belly is strong. Do not let it release when you squeeze your butt to lift your leg. Lift 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Change sides. And we go. Strong core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Come back up onto your hands. Going to do a down dog. So curling the toes under. You're going to press strong with the hands and arms. You're going to lift your hips up and back, getting a deep stretch in the back of the legs. And then come back down to your knees and control it. Once again, soft landing. Let's go again. Strong arms, strong core, push, stretching it out. Coming back down, control. 2 more times, push. And come back down. Last time, push. And come back down. Child's pose, lowering your head down, taking a stretch, relaxing the back. And let's make your way to seated. So pointing the legs out in front of you for a hamstring stretch. I like the toes pointed down. I feel it makes it more accessible. When you flex the feet back, it pretty much shortens everything up and you've already got a stretch before you even reach for your toes. But by pointing the toes, it gives you more length so you can reach further forward. Plus, if you like to run or walk fast or do a lot of walking, you can stretch out the front part of your shin here and the tops of your ankles. Really nice. Moving to your level. And then slowly coming up, we're going to roll down onto our back. So make sure you've got plenty of room behind you. With the knees slightly bent, we're going to roll down slow. So come back up, guys. We're going to use our abs one more time. One more time. So legs are kind of long because by the time you get down, your legs are going to be straight. So I'll do a really quick version so you can see. I'm going to tuck in and I'm going to roll down, but you're going to go really slow and you're going to land like that. Okay. Here we go. Tucking in, roll slow, keep control. See how long it can take you. Legs will straighten and come all the way down. And then relax the body completely. Relax the legs. Relax your shoulders. Flex your feet. You're going to bend your right knee, draw it into your chest. Go ahead and use your hands either on your hamstring or on your shin, pulling in firm. And then change other side. Pulling in left leg, firm. And then both feet are going to come in, knees into the chest. Make your back flat. Feet are side by side, no crossed ankles. Feet come down onto the floor. You're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee and open the knee. Getting a hip inner thigh stretch. I usually don't feel much there because I have a lot of external rotation, but a lot of people enjoy this one. From here, to get your stretch in your glute, you're going to draw your knees in, keeping that ankle crossed over the thigh. Now you should feel it in the right hip, butt cheek. Yeah. We did a lot of butt work today. And release. Switching to the other side. Your right foot is on the floor. Left ankle crosses and then open the knee. You can gently push. And then drawing the knees into the chest. Keeping that crossed ankle. Feeling now in the left hip glute area. Yep, you can really feel it. And then release. Place both feet onto the floor. Knees are going to be bent. You're going to bend the elbows by your sides. All right, so what we're looking to do is just gently press the back of the arms and the elbows into the mat. Doing a little activation of the upper back. Feeling the muscles in the back body up at near the shoulder blades. Back of the arms are working a little bit. It's not 100% pushing, it's about 50%. And then relax. That was just a little posture corrector. All right, draw your knees into your chest and make your way up to seated, whether you like to roll up and back or onto your side. And then turning to face the front, easy seat, crossing the legs. Sitting up tall. I like to hold on to the shins a little bit and lean back. It feels like I get a little stretch right through here. And you can also bring the chin to the chest or chin up, whichever feels best, or both. And coming up to seated, sitting upright, tipping the head to the right, bringing the ear towards the shoulder. Does not have to touch, please don't force it. And switch other side, little crunchies you might feel. Crunch, 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 it's okay. Just releasing and come back up, chin to chest. All right, guys, that's it. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thank you. All right. Yes. Getting up off the floor. I got a chair here if you want this chair.